Welcome one and all to this 51st episode of D&D with me, Mike.
And me, Zoe.
And today we have, well not today, last time, what we have done is we have implemented our little breathing system, which works just fine. So what we're going to do now, that the breathing system is perfectly in shape and everything's fine.
Uh-oh, bug.
I found an interesting bug here. Huh.
If you go away, what happens?
You can't. I'm stuck.
Oh.
Well, that kind of fudges this, doesn't it?
We're going to make levels. Nope.
We're going to make levels or fix funny bugs that we just found. So yeah, what's happening here is that we entered the jump thing, and because we cannot fall down for several reasons, we're gonna end up here. Alright, so there may be many ways in which we can do this. Many ways in which we can solve this. One way will probably be for us to try and see if we can play around with the materials, the physics materials, that is. Now, we don't have a physics folder, so let's create one. And call this one physics. Hit enter. So we're always moving by changing the velocity. Now, if we could make our character a little bit slippery or something like that, that may be good.
Okay.
It may even help, you know, how we get stuck in corners, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So let's create physics or physic material, which they misspelled, and call this one player. And let's make no dynamic friction and no static friction. So he will slide like a nutcase. Now, I don't know if that's going to work, but we can try. So, where's the player? It's probably in a prefab. Player. Let's open the player. There's the capsule collider. Change the capsule collider material, put player. And let's immediately go take a look at how this feels. So, we were supposed to work on level design. Okay, so he's starting to slide a little. See that?
Yeah.
So this may actually be a little bit of a better feeling situation anyway.
He'll seem more nimble.
Yeah, mildly, right? It's not gonna be anything crazy, but you can still get stuck. And slide. That was odd. Jumped. I don't know what he did.
Nice.
Oh, that was cool. I didn't even do it on purpose. Oh, I lost most of the stuff. So, that's very peculiar.
I think when you press stay, you jumped.
That might be the case, but that doesn't... No, I think we're jumping because I think we're losing grip with the ground somehow.
Maybe because of the slipperiness.
Yeah. I think that's the case.
What do you press when he jumped?
Nothing. I'm moving.
Oh.
So he's jumping all over the place, which is not brilliant, but let's see if we can... But we did kind of not get stuck into the wall.
He jumped in the water. At least we didn't.
Yeah, so we are losing...
Max attempts reached.
Yeah, to probably calculate something, whatever it was. So the problem was about this. And it hasn't fixed anything. Yeah, so this is reproducible. You can end up here. So the problem, yeah, here is that we currently have the issue that the character is producing, like, still having a force that goes forward. Gravity gets applied, but if you check out his collider, you'll see that the collider is perfectly colliding with the ground. It's colliding with the wall, so it's essentially pinching the character, and the character stays there.
Yeah.
So we're actually going to have to correct this differently. First of all, I like the idea of having a physics material for the player, but I don't know that I like what we've done. So let's leave it at 0.6 for now. And let's put a bit of bounciness. Let's see if having the player actually rebound when he hits stuff may help a bit. So this is the bounciness, right? And it's not brilliant.
Yeah.
It's not brilliant at all. Yeah. So basically, he jumped again on his own. That's weird. So I think that we're gonna completely delete this because it's causing all sorts of unexpected problems, which we don't wanna incur in. In fact, I hope that Unity hasn't now tainted our character somehow, so that this happens consistently. We'll see. Let's walk about and see that he doesn't jump. So somehow he must be going up a little bit. Ow. So anyway, we got this.
How do you attack again?
A. Well, attack. Use. That's A, right?
I think it was B.
What do you mean B?
It's for attacking.
Oh, right, yeah, punching. Sure, whatever. Something that isn't picking things up. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do this. Let me see if I can reparate. Yes. So it's fairly easy to reproduce. What we're gonna do is when we detect a situation like this, we're gonna start changing our trajectory to the side. Okay? So we're supposed to do level design, but guess what? We found a problem. We need to fix it. Also, this particular on draw gizmo needs to go. So hit Control F. Type on draw. Stop. That's enough. There it is. So we're gonna remove this completely. Save. All right. So that's one thing. Now, when the player is jumping, that's what matters to us. So let's see. We jump. RB velocity. This is the velocity the player gets. Okay. Now, if we hit a wall in the jump, I think what we should do is produce the equivalent velocity backwards. Not backwards, but in a reflected angle to the vector 3 that we send it.
Okay.
Right? So if we are jumping and on collision enter with a wall, we're gonna do something. Okay, now let's find on collision enter here. I'm sure we have it. Or we don't. That's somewhat surprising. But I guess that it's everything else that worries about collision other than the player. Unless it's in entity. Hit Control F. On collision enter. Enter. Yeah, we need to leave this here. Alright, so this one is the destructible enemy. And that's it. So we don't have on collision enter for player. Okay? We're gonna create one in the player for the first time. So this is probably an interaction. So void on collision enter. There it is. Can remove this. Call it C. Save. Alright, and hit Shift Tab. So save again. We got on collision enter. So when we hit a collision, we're gonna have to check the layer of the collision. So to do that, we're gonna do the following. Switch, so SW tab, and C dot attached rigid body. No, collider first. Collider dot attached rigid body dot game object dot layer. Don't hit enter. Don't hit enter.
I heard you say dot hit enter.
We have here layers as enums, don't we?
Yes.
Close that. And now hit enter. That's much better. Now we can remove this and worry about all the rest. So, we're not going to care about pickup, not trigger area, not interactive. We could. I don't know. Well, not these for sure. Not player awareness, not enemy awareness. Could be enemy. Could be edge object. Could be, I don't think so actually. I think these are all trigger colliders. Could not be map ground. Could be map obstacle. Could not be war.
What about could be player?
Could not be player.
Because you're a player.
Could be enemy. Could not be carried object. Could be interactive object. And this is probably all of it. Save. Now we're gonna have to check if we're presently jumping. So let's see here what jump is doing. It's changing the velocity, play animation trigger, blah, 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 stop attack, blah, blah, play animation as a trigger, blah, blah. Okay, so that's a bit odd. Terrain state. So as long as the terrain state is none, that's what matters. That means we're jumping. So here you're gonna say if terrain state, down terrain state, that's the one, equals space tab dot none. Close, open, save. So if we're jumping at this very moment, when we first collide with a map obstacle, produce a velocity that goes in the opposite direction. So we're gonna take the velocity, and wait a moment. Here create a vector 3 and call it reflected angle. Yeah, reflected angle. Not angle, sorry, reflected direction. Equals. Now I think you need to type vector3.reflect. No need. Vector3.reflect. That's the one. Open around. Now let's see. It needs the in direction and the in normal. Defined by a normal. Okay, so paste this. Dot normalized. Save. And what we're going to do now is we need to feed it the normal. Now the normal can be obtained from the collision information. So it's going to be C dot try normal. No. Contacts dot contacts square bracket 0 dot closed dot that one south normal. Close the round, semicolon. Now I don't know if this is gonna be correct. So what we're gonna do here real quick is we're gonna say debug dot draw line and it's gonna be so we need a vector 3 start. So this one is going to be
on the player, right?
Wait. I need to think this through. So it's going to be transform dot position minus this. Pasted. Actually, wait a moment. This is draw line, so it doesn't particularly matter. Change this. So copy this. Paste it here. Point.
Sorry, there.
Type point.
It's there.
Type point.
Oh, point.
Thanks. Comma. Copy all of this. And paste it here. And comma color dot red, capital C, didn't do it, and then comma, say 5F, close round, semicolon, so 5 seconds, and then copy the entire thing and paste it here. Exactly the same, contact point. So that's that, and now we need the reflected direction, so copy this, paste it here. Let's try with plus, but I'm not sure. Save.
Color.
And we are gonna need the multiplication as well, so let's do 3F. Color, you can call it blue or something. Copy this as well, paste it here, Control F. Control S, my bad. Save. So for now we're just gonna do this. Nothing more than reflect the direction, even though it's not gonna do anything other than essentially basically stop us from doing it or whatever. It will only happen when we jump. gizmos aren't being drawn. There. Ooh, you saw that?
Yep.
It's working correctly. So, actually, is it? Looking a bit odd.
Maybe testing the area.
That kind of makes sense, but I'm still. There's two of them. Then we didn't see anything. Bit weirded out by that, but this one seems to work. Yeah, so this looks correct. I'm wondering if this one. Yeah, this one looks incorrect. I wonder if it's a signed angle or something like that. Could be all sorts of things. That's well wrong. That's wrong too. But downward it seems to be correct. Yeah. So down is correct and up is wrong. Strange. Very strange. Alright.
You need to get in the stuck position.
That was wrong, but it would still work. That's correct. I'm a bit weirded out by this.
That's
This
wrong.
would still work. I think the problem is the normal there. Oh, this was interesting as well because we were basically already in collision. This one wouldn't have solved anything.
Huh?
I can't reparate now, obviously.
Maybe it's because it's working. Oh,
There.
no.
I
No.
got it. Now, here's the player. Here's them rays. So you can see that the ray has essentially pushed me upwards as well, which is interesting. And I think this may be one of the primary reasons why this is happening. No, I think the Y being maintained is probably going to be fine. The normal should be correct. This blue is pushing me that way. I think I can live with this. I think this will be okay. Let's try and use it.
Okay.
So here's what we're gonna do now. So, because I don't know how reliable it's going to be, and I'm not too concerned that it's consistent. What I'm concerned with is that it gets me these stuck. That's all that matters. Okay, so let's now apply that reflected direction. So we're going to say this, rather copy this, paste it here.
Yep.
And instead of this, it's going to be the reflected direction. In fact, we're not just going to do the reflected direction. We're going to do a reflected thing, magnitude included. Yeah, so magnitude included. Let's remove normalized, save. Copy this. And simply paste here. Save. So we are now going to rebound off the wall.
Which should.
Well, we'll see how it looks,
Make
right?
things
I have
right.
no idea how it works. With or on. So I don't know if that's worked at all. I didn't notice any. So I didn't notice a rebound. That's a bit weird. I should have gotten it. I've got blasted. So it's not happened there. Very strange.
And you can't.
No, I bet you're gonna get stuck. Just as I did before. Darn it. And it was interesting to see that sometimes it didn't count because it was considering constant touching anyway. It's very difficult. I can't see. Let's try up here. Should be exactly the same. So this is hard to repro, but if you repro it, it breaks your game completely. Like you can only exit. Right? There's no other solution. That's serious enough problem. That's what when I used to work in Rockstar we would call an B class bug, perhaps even bordering on an A. I mean the game doesn't crash, so it's not an A, but B class for sure. Oh darn it. Can't repro. Cannot repro. Hashtag solved.
Reproed.
Reproed, and we also didn't get the raise at all, which is very strange. They may be, but they may be vertical or something. But the reflected angle doesn't apply. This is very strange. This should be happening, and it doesn't. RB velocity is reflected direction. What the heck? I don't understand this. This should be happening. The reflected direction should be different. Like should be there, and it isn't. How odd. Is there some kind of coroutine about jumping? Attack, pick up, climb, invulnerability, mute, oxygen. No, there's none of that. No routines for jumping, which I expected, honestly. There could be a thing though. Here. So if down ray doesn't hit something, and if not attacking, if not interacting, which should be correct in both cases. Okay. So we jump. We jump. And this is for physics hitting something though. Aha. If down ray is not none, if not attacking, raw movement, etc, etc. But if it is none, then it doesn't do anything. Then it should definitely be capable of changing its velocity without trouble. What in the fridge? This is so strange. This should apply, but it doesn't. This puzzles me. This should be happening. Hello, Alex. We can... How do we deal with this? Oh, I'm proper puzzled because this should definitely be a different vector than this, than the one we received. I mean, the rays are showing a difference. So, thanks for following. Why in the world? This is definitely setting the velocity. We're fine. We're good. What in the world is happening? I mean, bear in mind I don't know what this does with precision, but that's fine. That we have already verified it works as it should. But the fact that this isn't happening. Copy this. Paste it here. Space. Times. Space. 20F. So this should be absolutely nuts. Something should fly backwards. Right? It should happen. All I'm trying to do is find out if I can make this happen. That's it. Oops.
Huh? We're gonna be far enough there.
Bonk. There we go. So it's working. Awesome.
And it looks really
so,
funny.
so that's happening, right? So reflected direction. Oops. Times 5. Save. 5 is almost certainly too much. Whatever. Not interested. Maybe the direction by default is normalized. There's all sorts of possibilities. I don't actually know. But it's a relief to see that it's actually working. Okay. Good. So it's rebounded me back.
Now stuckifying.
So you see, it's not perfect. Sometimes the rebound doesn't make any sense, but it's good enough. Right? All I'm interested in is not getting stuck. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Whoops, get stuck here. Lol.
They all hit each other.
Let me go, baby trap.
You're Bibbo trap. Now.
Ooh, did you see that? The rebound is upward. So there is a problem with the reflected. There is a problem with the reflected angle.
And you're stuck.
I am, and there's an interesting problem with the reflected angle. It's somehow unreliable, which is surprising to me. I would have thought that the normal would be reliable. Can we do something different? We could rebound backwards. That would be a safe enough thing to do. So it may look a bit weird from some angles, but it should still be safe. Yeah, let's do that instead. Thanks for the sub. Okay, so reflect direction. Just FYI, we can't talk too much right now because we're taping the show. It's gonna go on YouTube as well. We do this every Monday and Thursday in the evenings for 1 hour, and then after that, it's free flowing, proper Twitch normal stuff. Okay, so let's see here. Reflect the direction. We're gonna change this. You can rename this. Hit Control R twice and call this one rebound. That one well. Save. So the rebound is going to keep the Y and everything else going to go differently. Yeah, so it's going to be new vector 3. Open round. So it's going to be the opposite of the RB velocity dot x. Copy. So negative paste dot x, comma. This one leave it positive. So paste dot y and comma. Now negative of the z.
Yep.
Paste dot z. Close. This is going fantastic. Oops. Save. We're gonna remove these debug draw lines. We don't need them. Save. Oh, there is one risk actually. There is one risk too, which is it could be that our velocity gets annulled before we get here. That's a possibility. I can't remember who plays first, if the physics loop or these. And that makes a difference. For now, copy the rebound direction, actually leave it as it is, and delete, save, off we go. Let's test it right away. So now what we want to do is get the exact opposite push. So poink, you should go exactly backwards, which will make perfect sense when you rebound straight into the wall. It'll look a bit weird when you rebound diagonally. Well, I didn't see anything at all, so we may need to multiply it again. Oh, there, I saw it a bit. This may be sufficient, actually. Howdy.
What's that sound?
That's how they turn on. Oh dear, in danger. Oh dear. Hello. Okay, well, wait a moment. Don't Did we do it right?
Have to jump right there. It's so hard to reproduce that you don't know if you've done it or not.
Yeah, well, it's not that hard to reproduce, and anyway, the rebound isn't great. We need stronger rebound. I'm very surprised by that. Because it should produce an effect, but...
Huh? What did the double?
Because I jumped on the previous line like this. I can't do it. I have a strong feeling it's still there.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay, so it's not producing a strong enough rebound. Let's multiply it.
By 20.
3. Yes, sure, 20. You're gonna end up on the other side of the planet. That doesn't make any sense. She does say stupid things sometimes. Okay, let's go. Oops, waferoni. Well, probably a good thing. I think I would have heard this. Well, that still didn't rebound. This is bloody annoying. Oh, there we go. What's so difficult? Oh, I know what's so difficult. That's the solution. Remember when I said the physics loop could be playing first?
That's the thing.
That's what's happening. So here's what we're gonna do instead. We're gonna rebound. We're gonna rebound between our player position and the obstacle position. So we're gonna get that, and we're gonna change that velocity. So the rebound direction is not going to be this. We can't rely on the velocity being there. It may have already been stopped. That's the problem. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to do this. You're going to say transform.position minus copy all of this, paste it here, transform dot position. So we're getting our position and subtracting it from the position of the thing we've hit, whatever it happens to be. We are then going to rebound in that direction by 3 for now, right? 3 is probably too much, too little, I don't know. We're gonna give it a default value though, I can tell you this later. Probably jump strength. And let's see how that goes. So now every time we jump, we should rebound a bit back. Ow, compared to the place we just left. There we go. See that? Rebound just that. Doink.
Now I saw it.
Ooh, this could cause other problems, but never mind.
No, some puzzles won't. We can create new puzzles from this.
Okay, this one is reliable. So it looks a bit stupid, right? Your head goes bonk.
No. It's like we hit his head so hard.
Yeah, we're gonna do another I think. We're gonna play a in that situation. But if you put 2 walls nearby, ooh, there. Let's test. This could be. Rebound to the match attack.
It's like a piece of ping pong ball.
It's fine though, because the down velocity is still capped. So it looks a bit stupid, but it works.
Maybe he's so light he gets bounced.
Well, at the moment, that's one of the reasons why this is happening is because we're multiplying it by 3, which is fairly substantial. Hi.
I passed.
Please do not mind me, Monsieur Bomb. Oh. Yes. Okay. Oh, come on. Oi, fixed.
Yahoo!
Yep. It's gonna get fixed in weird ways, but it's gonna be fixed. I think. Nope, I've broken it in another way.
It tells me we're not doing any level design today.
Wait. Got an idea. Okay. New vector 3. Open round. Rebound direction dot x. Comma Copy jump strength. Paste it here. Comma, rebound, paste, no, copy this. Paste it here. Z, close round. Now, multiply by 3 is too much. Copy this, cut, paste, and paste. Save. You don't want the jump strength to be multiplied by that. So what we're doing is we're basically making you jump again. Oh, this is gonna cause other problems. This is gonna cause other problems. No bueno. It's gonna keep mounting, I bet you. It's gonna keep going up in ding dong, and end up to the on the other side. That's what happens when you rely on physics that somebody else made. You're gonna have these funky problems. You need to make your own. When you're making platformers or controllers, make your own physics.
No. Looks nice too.
So the reason why that's it, let's check this.
La la la.
I'm going over. You're never falling, I promise. That's what I expected. Yeah. you're never falling.
Hey, I see some error right here. Art error.
Oh boy. We got a completely different issue now.
Dance.
The jump strength cannot be used. But we do need a bit of height. But I thought we already had some. We already had some. There's another possibility, which is severely reducing the rebound direction. There's yet another possibility, which is creating a grace jump. At the moment, our detector to figure out if we are grounded or not is in the center. That's the problem. Yeah, so we could have multiple detectors. Oh gosh. You would need to populate it on a circumference or simply maybe make 4, but that's probably insufficient. Ay. I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with this. What do we do? Jump strength is obviously wrong. And this is kind of cheating at the moment. Wait a moment. There is a possible solution. Still risky. Save. Test.
Time to test.
I think my daughter's officially praying right now, but I don't know. She's got her hands joined.
No, I'm not.
Praying that it works. You're not?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Have it.
Thought you were talking to me.
That guy. Okay, so this is really interesting. That looked so weird. But it did go up a lot. So that's what's happening there. We're going up, but that's insufficient to push us to the other side. Which is what I care about. See? It's insufficient to push you so they start rebounding like crazy from wall to wall. And we're never going to have smaller distances than one tile.
Yeah.
So that's alright.
We can't have half a tile in our game.
Okay. It's the wall. Bonk.
He's gonna get a big band-aid on his head.
I don't really like it how difficult it is to tell if one of the gates is open or closed, especially if you bang on in the middle with the camera.
Why does rebounding?
Yeah, that one looked legit. That's kind of what I expected. So I don't know if I'm doing it right when I'm doing it close to right. That's definitely wrong.
That's like the bio world.
So It's been improved. It's not perfect, but it's been improved. I kind of like it. So what I want to try and see if I can basically hit the wall. Then, there. See? That's what I wanted to do. And bounce back all the way to the ground. Like this. Something tells me there's still a small possibility that we may end up with our...
Getting stuck.
Possibly. There.
Found it.
I got it. Okay, what are the solutions? So obviously we've made it substantially rarer. The problem is still...
And nobody will ever do that.
What do you mean nobody will
ever go for ages bumping themselves into walls?
Yeah, somebody will. You underestimate players. I'm thinking. Because if we start adding more ground detectors, we're going to have other problems. I think basically one thing we can do is if you're stuck perpetually in a jump, we should respawn you back to where you left. We have a way to do that.
Using the drowning system.
Yes. So if you're stuck in a jump, after a certain amount of time, I like that. This is not a brilliant solution, but it is a solution that will work every time without fail. So let's start a coroutine for jumping. So private coroutine, core underscore jump test routine, or jump test, yeah, semicolon, save. Now let's add a rule for this. Serialized field, private float, jump test length, or duration, jump test duration, equal TION equals 5 float. Semicolon. Jump test duration. Okay, so that's all we need. Copy these, paste them here. Remove these two. Jump test. Copy. Just a moment, let's quickly do some basic cleaning. Paste here. Paste here. No need. Paste here. I know it doesn't exist, don't worry.
We'll make it exist
here.
in a bit.
Paste here. And here. And here. And here.
And delete that.
And here. Save. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna immediately go yield. Yep. That's almost correctly spelled. Yield. Return. No. Actually, tell you what, this is risky. Is it? No, it's fine. It's fine. You'll return new, wait 4 seconds real time, open around, and jump test something. Duration, I think it's called. Jump test duration. No. Your problem is you start with a capital letter and the poor guy gets all confused. There it is. Now it's really easy. Close the round bracket, semicolon. Alright, so we're going to wait for that. And then here at the end, we're going to check if we still have no terrain. So if, open round, down ray something it's called.
Down
Again with the capitals. Down
ray terrain state.
That's the one. Is terrain state none. So we're still flying. Close round, open squiggle, save. We are going to, I think, there is the... So when we drown here...
No, taking damage
drown player... Oh! So drown player then does its own thing. And that's a bit annoying. Because it will... No, it just teleports the player. Okay, so... rename this one. Control R twice. And call this one... return player to land. To land. Copy. That's fine. Actually, don't copy this. And we're actually gonna need to fix the oxygen management. No, not really. I think it's fine. Paste it here. And hit tab. Save. And so we do this. We return the player to pre-jump quadrant. Map terrain height. And stop the jump test. Okay. So that should work already. It will stop it, etc. We're gonna need to stop it artificially. Shift tab. We're also gonna have to start it. So save. Copy start jump test. Every time you jump, you start a jump test, which is here, semicolon, semicolon, and fixed update, I believe. Okay, so we are here, ground or water, it doesn't matter, we have hit something. Stop drown test, stop jump test. Alright, so it stops it, and everything should be alright. Let's quickly test that, check rather that this is working correctly. So stop jump test, core jump test routine. Stop jump test, core jump test, core jump test, core jump test routine. Stop jump test. Okay, Control M, Control S. Alright, so we may now return the player to land if we're waiting too long. The too long is 5 seconds in our case. So the player will go like, oh, what's happening? I can't move. Oh, okay, well, whatever. There's a few examples. They're rare, but they exist. Especially in games with an open world. For example, in GTA 4 or in GTA 5, if you exit a car where all the exits are blocked, the character will teleport out. So there's some of these solutions in even very big games. Alright, so now let's go and test in the... Whoops. Let's go and test in the actual problem place.
You can open the thing by clicking the switch. Oh, and you missed.
I did. I did not.
Mm-hmm. That thing saved you. Change other bombs saved you.
Didn't mean to get hit, but okay. Okay, close. So we now have 2 safety systems here.
And you've been teleported.
See? So 5 seconds may be a little long, but it could be fine too. So it's not bad. Most cases it won't happen. When it does happen, we've got a safety measure.
Yeah. That is.
There it is. 4, 5. And it resets it. Yep. I think that's acceptable. Let's just change how many seconds we allow.
Not 5.
5 is not bad.
Maybe 3 instead.
It's better to have it safe. Yeah, 3 seconds should be plenty but I'm worried for a normal jump. Yeah, we need to be absolutely certain that a normal jump isn't causing problems. You know, a normal jump rebounding into something, for example. That's fairly long. Yeah, it was almost 3, eh? 1. Yeah, it's 2. So it should be okay. I think. 3 should be safe-ish.
That's what you were talking about.
Boom. The reason why that's happening is because we are landing basically exactly there was a long jump. Exactly diagonally compared to the bottom right. Ooh, that guy. And if you do 2. That felt
It
like
still
4
went
to
with
me.
5.
That felt like 4.
Felt like 5 to me.
Well,
It's still 5.
what the heck? Why? I have edited the
Maybe for...
prefab. I have edited the prefab. We don't have... This is so odd. Pause. Layer.
It's now 3.
Yeah, no, that's not the right one. Now it is. Oh, whatever. Unity, get a grip. I don't know what happened there, but maybe I changed the thing while it was playing. I'm not sure. Rarely it happens that we get a problem like that.
Bye. You hear him explode.
I'll repro this bug forever. There. 3. Perfect.
Huh?
No, I think this is a Unity thing. Every now and then it goes mental. I don't.
Did the same with that bomb
Yeah,
over there.
exactly. So I don't think there's anything for us to think there.
Pretty easy to get stuck in that corner.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
I bet you can't do it all evening if I let you try. And you've seen me do it, by the way. So you can at least imitate me. It's fairly hard to wrap right now. Which is, and now we have a solution that is a catch-all solution. It is absolutely going to work every time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which is good.
I think I'm happy with that situation. A few more tries. Welcome to the world of QA. There are people in the world that are paid to do this, to break games.
You were one of them.
I was one of them once. If you people want to try and enter the industry, this is a great way to do it. Okay, that works. Cool. Alright, so I think we'll conclude the show here today for the YouTube crowd. Don't drown. Thank you. We'll conclude the show here for now. We wanted to do level design. Unfortunately, we found this bug, but we have solved it, and this is a very good thing. So, next time, level design, yes. Until next time, bye.
Bye.